Good morning, everybody. Gonna do a little coffee run this morning in the M3. Little POV cruise, maybe a little yap session, whatever I'm feeling. I also like bikes too. This is not mine, but got a nice little Gixxer. Very nice Gixxer, actually. Hell yeah. Anyways, that's not what you guys are here for. You guys are here for this 2021 G80 M3 non-competition. Why would you not get a comp? Well, this is why. Because I got one of these little wiggly sticks, which unfortunately are going away. Nobody wants to drive them. I do though. Hashtag save the manuals. But we're gonna head out of here. Do a little POV driving. Maybe a little yapping. So if you guys watched my first video, you will know a little bit about this car, when I got it, where I got it, what I've done to it. But in case you didn't watch that first video, this car is stock as far as modifications go. It does not have any modifications. It is stage 1 MHD tuned. I did take it and get it unlocked from Femto in Miami, which I'm very glad Femto is in Miami now, because before you had to send your ECU to Finland, which, you know, is a little sketchy. You know, you're sending your ECU overseas. It's like, am I gonna get it back or am I cooked? And it's also expensive. It was like $1,500. But now that Femto is in Miami, it was $400. Went over there, got it unlocked. Took about, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes. And the guy said, you're good to go. Like I said, we're gonna be running and going to get a little coffee here at this coffee shop I like to go to. Brought my computer with me, gonna get some work done, get some things done, test out the camera, see how the POV looks. You guys can let me know if you like the camera angle. Now, a little bit more about this car that I did not share in the last video is this car did have an accident on it. Ooh, scary. It was in the passenger side rear. I don't have pictures of the accident. The Carfax said it was minor, said there was damage to the undercarriage. I dug into it the best that I could and found some repairs that were done at some shops, called them, got some invoices. Looks like the rear subframe was replaced along with some control arms and other suspension components. Car has been great. I haven't had any issues with the car up until a couple weeks ago. The rear started making this clunky kind of noise at low speeds. Whenever there's, you know, the weight transfer from first to second as you're shifting gears, there's a weight transfer, and whenever the body's flexing, it's like a creaky kind of clunky sort of noise. I took it to my mechanic. He's very good. He works on performance vehicles almost exclusively. Lots of BMWs, all the cool shit pretty much. And he's really, really good at his work. He tore the car apart. Everything in the rear he went through meticulously. He found a couple of loose bolts. He tightened them as well as retorqued every single other bolt in the rear end, made sure everything was good, nothing was clunking. He couldn't replicate the noise on the lift. Unfortunately, the noise is still there. I do have that peace of mind now, knowing that it's not the rear subframe or anything in the rear suspension components or anything mechanically with the car is wrong. He thinks it's in the body somewhere. He said if it gets worse to bring it back and we could tear into it, but he was like, honestly, brother, you're tripping. You know, just turn the music up, you won't even hear it. I wouldn't worry about it unless it gets worse. And I was like, okay. Kind of hurt my soul a little bit because I hate noises and I like when everything is pristine and clean, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will understand. But yeah, that's a little bit more background about this car. That's the only complaint I guess I have, but you know, I did buy a car with an accident on it. I did get a PPI done on this car at BMW. Now, ooh, GT 500, very nice. I did not buy the car at BMW, I bought it at another dealership. I told them the only way I'm even considering buying this is if we can take it to a dealership of my choice and have a pre-purchase inspection done. And they let me, which made me feel good. So took it to BMW, they checked into everything. Everything they said was everything was great, nothing, didn't need anything, you're all good to go. So I also had that peace of mind as well. I would like to figure out where the clunking is from. I may try to tear into the trunk liner. It's coming from the rear back there. Tear into the trunk liner and see if I can find something in the body that's making the noise. I don't know. But for now, it is what it is. What if this coffee can be a tax write-off? Because, you know, I'm filming a video for business. Oh, you hear that? Doo! I don't even know if the camera picked that up or not. Probably not. So, something that I really, really love about having a proper M car, which is you have these two M mode buttons, and these M mode buttons allow you to preset your suspension, brakes, transmission, engine from comfort to sport plus. You can configure it any way you want and save it to either one of these buttons. So for me, my M1, which I will try to show you guys here as we're coming up to this stoplight. If we go to car, M menu, you see you can configure M1. I have M1 is as sport as a car will possibly get. Sport plus engine, gear shift is on. Technically, it would be sporty without it on, but I do like the auto rev match. It is honestly kind of fun, which I can't believe I'm saying that, coming from manual cars that didn't have this, but it is pretty cool. Chassis, you know, suspension, sport plus, steering, sport, brake, sport, and DSC is an NDM, which is M dynamic mode. So, you know, you get a little loosey-goosey in the rear end. And then M2 mode is quite literally the absolute opposite. It is as efficient and as comfortable as the car will possibly go. So I think it's really cool that you don't have to go in here and mess with any of this at all, ever. And you just simply have it, boom, boom, just with a click of a button, boom, I'm in M2, double click M1 to get into M1 mode. And ta-da, there you go. Really, really cool feature about the car that I really, really like. I would like to say that I am very, very blessed to be able to drive a vehicle like this, and to be able to afford something like this is an absolute blessing. If you would have asked me just, you know, a short 2 years ago if you think I'd be driving a G80 M3, I would have said you've lost your mind. And here we are today. So you never know how life can change in a couple of years. You never know where you're gonna be. I know for myself personally, I am a completely different man than I was just a short time ago. And everything has changed for the better, some things for the worse, but that's just how life goes. But if you wake up every day and you try to get 1% better, which I know sounds kind of corny, but it's true, by the end of the year, you're gonna be a hell of a lot better in every aspect of your life. You know, as long as you keep looking towards the future and working towards what matters to you in this life, I think that is important. A lot of people see nice cars as, you know, something you bought because you wanted to show off that you're making money. And they'll say, you know, cars are bad financial decisions and they're depreciating assets. And they are, absolutely. You're not wrong. But I think you guys, you know, people who are watching this video, me and myself, you know, we're car enthusiasts. We love cars. Cars are a passion of ours. Cars make us happy. Just like, you know, somebody might have a passion for, like, shoes. People who collect sneakers, you know, it's an expensive hobby, but it's something they love and they enjoy, you know, just like cars are for us. So don't let anybody tell you you're making a bad financial decision. You obviously know that cars are a depreciating asset, but if you love it and it makes you happy, then, like, why does it matter? You know, do what you love and enjoy your life. Life is short, you know. Life could end tomorrow. I'm talking crazy, but we're pulling up here to the coffee spot in this little downtown area. Love this little downtown area. It's very nice. One of my favorites. Been here many, many times. Haven't been here in a while, though. But was like, you know, I could get out and shoot a POV and go get a coffee, you know, get some work done. We have arrived with the beautiful frozen blue. It's a little dirty, but that's okay. Peace out, guys.